Long live Scotland!
Sparta!
I can see paradise. A big plate of steaming haggis, a crappy overgrown golf course.
Welcome to the channel and our continuing playthrough of Pericles, the Peloponnesian Wars. We are finished the theater phase of turn 5, where I just perpetrated a disaster upon myself. There's no two ways about it. I played about as poorly as one can play. And now, from this battle from here, I handed the Spartans the head Spartan 14 points and his rival faction 7 points, while both of us lost 7. So he's up here at 66. The Euryponted other Spartan faction is at 54. He's still around at 49, but I'm way back here at 25. That is pathetic. And yeah, like I said, there's no way around it. I completely just spaced out on just the fundamentals of this game by bringing in armies into this land unit. And that's an important point here, is when you're the Athenians, you got to be extra careful when you're going into these brown squares, because the first thing that's going to happen is a land battle. And if they get any Spartans in there, you're in trouble. Really, I should have went to peace. If it was in peace, you can get away with a lot more. Well, what I should have done was just brought navies in here. The battle would have amounted to nothing, because it would be a land against navy, and nothing would have happened. That would have made it so that all the sides lost points, but we would all lose them evenly. But instead, I thought for some reason, maybe I thought I could drain them of resources so they couldn't really bring too many guys to the table. And that, of course, didn't work out. There's no way to rationalize it. I should not have brought those armies in there just to get absolutely lunched by the Spartans. So I may have knocked us out of the contention, but, we still have 5 more turns. Maybe in that time we can get good. Okay, so let's clean up let's go through all the maintenance things here real quick. First up, as you know, if you have strategos left over, you can trade them in for points. If you have 4, or for every 4, you can gain a point. So the demagogues will gain a point for their 4. Whoops, lost the camera there. And the Agiad have enough for 1 point as well. Maintenance segment is not a problem. Everybody has enough bases to cover all their things, especially the Athenians, since we just lost a whole lot of armies there. So we move to a redeployment. The redeployment order starts with the Delian League, and I think we're going to go ahead, and since Athens is completely drained of hoplites, let's go ahead and bring 2 from Ionia here, from that league building we did before. And I'm also going to put 1 in our new base over here. The Athenians they'll just hang. The Spartans don't have to move. They have plenty of, well, no, they have, wait a minute. No, they don't have to move because they have plenty of bases. That's a lot of units there, but they can stay. There's no reason why they can't. Although, I think we should just honor kind of the intent of the bot is to have 1 land unit per Spartan base in Sparta. And that's all they'll do. That's the redeployment segment. Finally, I've been dreading. That's resolving the will of the assembly. Isthmus of Corinth. Control theater at marker location. Well, the Spartans control it, and we don't. So, that is another 5 points off us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see just how disastrous that turn was. How poorly I played that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. Was that a 49 or... Oh, no, that's right. I think I'm right. Oh, I have to double check. I get back. The Eurypontids will go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Agiad at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man. He's like, we're going to get lapped here if we're not careful. And just to add insult to injury, we lose 5 Strategos from the next turn's stock. And so what you do here is you just kind of count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just kind of put them off to the side here so you know not to use them in the next turn. Okay, and that, well, no, that is not it. There's one final step, and that is because we're still at war both of sides, Athenians and Spartans, we'll lose this permanently. The effects of the war, draining on resources. Okay, leader loss is done. Now it is time to advance, and we'll go ahead and advance this first part as kind of a prelude to what's going to happen in the next video. The game turn will go to turn 6, and let's go ahead and turn over the next Aristophanes card. And what do we have here? Oh, could be disaster, could be, who knows. Yes, it is disaster. Well, yes, it's disaster. The plague is here. So after that disgraceful show in Corinth, so that's essentially our Sicilian expedition, our Sicilian disaster. It just happened here. Okay, so this is going to be interesting history. Okay, so let's go through this card. The Acarnians. I am the opposition, so I will get a league issue on my 1 space. I was hoping for a peace card. That way I can make up some of the points, but nope, not this time. Instead, we got the plague. Gee, thanks a lot. And the controlling faction of, which is the Europontids over here, will get a military issue in their 1 spot. That would be you right here. Yes, okay, so that's it. Now, we haven't come up with this yet. We got the plague. And once you get the plague, there's 3 plague cards in there, and each time, you never change. There's only 2 states of the game, pre-plague and post-plague. And so when the plague comes, you can go ahead and flip this to post-plague, like so. And what happens, and this is pretty miserable, then just quick history is because when the Spartans would invade in Attica, they'd bring all their people and set them up in Athens and on the long walls in cramped conditions, and this is where the plague is, and so guess who's going to get the worst plague? And that will be Athens. And what happens when there's a plague in Athens is you immediately lose 1/3 of your land units and 1/3 of your naval units, rounded up. Ugh. So 1, 2, 3, so we'd lose 1 there, and then 1, 2, 3, we'd lose another 1, and that would be, and it doesn't specify league in units, so this is 1, 2, but it's a fraction rounded up, so these would go. All these are going to go, and because we're playing a Suicide of Greece rules, the master campaign, these are permanent losses. Boom, into the cup, into the death cup, I call it. Okay. Also, in addition, any contested theaters, each side removes 1 land and 1 navy unit in every contested theater. When it's the only unit in there, you don't do it. And there are no other contested theaters where we can do that. Yeah, that is it. Okay, I suppose I should put redeployed a unit to Thessalia. You know, for the I can only do. I'm gonna leave it. Well, no, let's put 1. Okay. Okay, so. And we just got hammered after that huge loss. We're also going to get hammered with the plague. Okay. So that is going to be the start of turn 6. And that will be the end of this video here. And join us again where we try to recover from these double whammy, triple whammy disasters here. So, that'll be it. Thank you for watching.